right, good evening. Again, appreciate you guys being here and hanging until we get this thing started. But want to start by thanking the crowd. The way they showed up strong with a lot of energy. Certainly a big boost for our guys, and really proud of our team being down a significant amount of starters coming out and maybe playing the most complete team football game of the year. Very much a game where it was complimentary, both sides showing up where they need to. I think the getting the ball and going down and at least getting 3 points, and then Jacobe Thomas hitting that pick six really began a wave, a tidal wave of momentum that I think we just were able to take control from there and just keep piling it on, bit by bit, play by play. A lot of guys got a lot of playing time today, but again, open to questions.
Mario, you alluded to it, that it probably was your most complete game. To be able to do that with some guys that were 2s and 3s at the start of the year on the depth chart out there producing for you, what's that mean for the here and now, but also what's that mean about where you guys are?
Well, you enter a game and O.J. Frederick's out, right? And Ahmad Bowden hasn't played in weeks. You don't know how much you're going to get out of him. And David Blaze down, and West has been out for a while as well. Keem has been out. C.J. Daniels, your senior leader receiver, is out. Mark Fletcher's out. These aren't just, starters. They're big-time players, and they're big-time leaders. So it kind of goes back to the energy they brought to the building on Monday. They just were a very determined group to put together, last week and this week, to put together their best week of preparation and then bring it to life on Saturday. So I think it speaks volumes of them as human beings, as competitors, as teammates, with a real high care factor to going out there and produce and play the best we can.
One quick follow. Do you think, I truly don't know the answer to this with you, but is there such a thing as a statement result sometimes?
I think, it's the way you play the game, certainly it screams, right, loudly. And, going into the fourth quarter, I mean, what can you say about the defense? The opponent was held to under 100 total yards. There were 0 points on the scoreboard, and it wasn't like we put in just 2s. I mean, we put in everything that comes after that, 3 and 4. And we demand that they find a way to hold up, because you don't want to, you want to walk out of there with a perfect 0 on defense. So, and that's a really good football team. And I told our guys that. Those guys have really good culture. They've been there a long, long time. They have really good players. And offensively, they were probably one of the hottest teams coming after their last game and coming into this game. So to be able to do that and just be able to play, again, complimentary football with some of the guys that were down, that was the energy and the enthusiasm. And then up until late in the game, the pre- and post-snap discipline was really good at the end of the game. It wasn't as up to the standard.
Mario, obviously defense played a heck of a game. What do you think they did well that you said kept NC State's offense in check?
Well, they were averaging, I think it was 6-7 yards a carry up front. I thought they were really physical up front. Their coach, Coach 2J, does a great job with their offensive line. They get downhill, and their quarterback had been tearing it up. And he's a great player. Certainly we know him well. But controlling the line of scrimmage and making them one-dimensional and hitting the quarterback certainly affected his accuracy, his timing, having to get rid of it earlier. Being able to play man coverage as much as we did tonight is also another thing that I think is really important going down the stretch here. I think all those things combined just led to just really quick 3-and-outs, great stops. And when the offense scores, that adds a lot of juice to our defensive guys.
Mario, 2 questions. First off, Gerard Pringle obviously had a great game last week, and just to see him take advantage, basically make him the lead back. What did you see out of him during practice this week, and what was it like seeing him take that role today?
I have a lot of faith in all those guys. I think we have great backs, but you pride yourself on saying, hey, you got to show it, and if you do, then you're going to gain opportunity. With what he did last week, it wouldn't be professional not to give him an opportunity to go out there and see what he could do. And he did not disappoint. He did a great job, and Marty did a great job as well. And we blocked well. We opened up some lanes and other ones he made happen on his own. The guys blocked well downfield as well, receivers and tight ends. And, so he earned it. It certainly wasn't just handed over, but it's like anything else, guys. That guy last week was splitting reps, running down to the scout team, and then running over and getting reps with the 2s. And just another example of if you work your tail off and you perform when your number is called, you'll be rewarded with reps.
And then first game you guys had to play without Keontae. Just how did you feel everyone did in the nickel spot in his place, and how serious is Keontae's?
Well, you miss him. You miss him. It's a serious injury, and it's one that's, I mean, it's heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, really. That guy he means so much to this team. And as good of a player as he is, he wants to win. That's all he cares about. He's up for so many awards, right? And he's a big part of the heart and soul of our team, And I think having him on the sideline as a coach, as a leader, his enthusiasm, his voice was very impactful and powerful. And the guys that stepped in did a really good job today.
Coach, obviously, you talked about it, but just a little more on stopping their running game, almost completely. What kind of effort did that take from your defense, and what were the keys that you wanted to see from them in doing that?
I was trying to find. I don't know what they rushed for. Do we have a stat? Can I borrow that real quick, Tim?
It was under 50.
Sorry, my eyes. It's been a 20 for 23. So I'm sorry. The question again?
Just what was the key to stopping that run game and just limiting them so much?
The simplicity of get off, pad level, hands inside, knockback. Playing disciplined football, this defense is really centered around doing your job. If you're trying to make plays, honestly, that's when we get split. When we give up a chunk yardage play, it's when we get out of our mentality of discipline and we try to make a play as opposed to doing our job. When you do your job in this defense, the plays come to you at some point in time. And everybody just did their job. Coach Heatherman and the defensive staff continue to game plan it, call it, and execute it at a high level. Today, I think, was a really big step because that's a really good offense. They have really, really good players. And I think they had 580 yards a week ago or 2 weeks ago against a really good offense, a really good defense, I'm sorry. So, and I think our second-level players and our safeties were really physical in tackling, too. These guys are typically contact plus 2 and 3 yards. I thought tonight we were the knockback tacklers.
We got 2 more. We got players starting to come in the room, so we're leaving 2 more. Adam, go back to you.
Mario, with Malachi Tony, I mean, tonight, 2 touchdowns, 45-yard pass. Like, you've been watching him obviously through high school and then since he got on campus. Is there any time where you watch what he does and you're just like kind of still surprised?
Yeah, his QBR is going to go down. He missed that pass, for a touchdown. So, again, I know I've said it before. Sounds like a broken record. The best part about that guy is his approach. Like, it's a relentless, manic OCD with an unbelievable attitude, with unbelievable energy, just approach to the game. Everything he wants to do is get better, help his teammates win. Just, again, watch him when his teammates are scoring and having success. You'll see more energy than when he scores himself. It's really awesome to see.
Mario, how do you carry what you guys did last week with Syracuse and this week into your final 2 games as you have 2 games on the road to close out the season?
Well, it's all about one game. It's always worked best for us. It keeps yourself from tripping over yourself sometimes. And now we're done at home, and certainly appreciate everyone that's come out this year. You always want to be perfect at home. We were close, but didn't get all the way there. But we really appreciate the support because these fans made a big difference. When you go on the road, you got to pack all that stuff. You got to pack your energy. You got to pack your toughness, your physicality, your resilience, your brotherhood, all that stuff. Because it's just different when you go on the road. It's the mentality of it's different, and we got to make sure that it all starts with us getting together tomorrow. Make sure our bodies are healthy. Try to get back a couple of more guys. Jump all over this film tonight and get to work on Virginia Tech. In the morning because they have a really good team with really talented players. Remember the game here last year, how close that was. And go out there and improve all week long and put together our best effort next Saturday.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you very much.
Questions for running back Gerard Pringle.
Gerard, how's it feel for you? You waited all year, and today you got a chance to really carry the load and did very well.
It feels great. You know, when I got the chance to execute, I executed. I learned a lot from the guys, you know. That's why I was prepared to do what I did.
Obviously, you know, you've played in, you know, bit, you know, spurts throughout the season, but when you come into the game starts and or your first career start and you're able to break off a couple big runs early, just how much does that help build your confidence?
You know, the confidence was always there. You know, I got a great team around me. They uphold me a lot. You know, so once I just got a chance, I took it.
Yeah, when did you find out that you would be out there to start the game, and what was your thought process when you did find that out?
I found it out like a couple days before the game. You know, I was prepared. I stayed prepared because, like I said, I had great teammates that uphold me to a high standard. So I'll always be ready for big moments.
Gerard, Coach Criswell told us about how during practice sometimes you do 3 or 4 reps with the scout team, then go with the main guys and go back and forth. Just can you talk about just your dedication, just how you're able to balance your preparation when you have so many different roles that you have to handle going into a week?
I just do whatever to make my team better. You know, wherever they need me, I'm gonna play it just to make us better, just so we can execute.
Gerard, I saw Mark Fletcher tweeted, you know, just like cheering you on during the game. Obviously, you can't play, but how much have the other guys in the room kind of been supporting you, just, you know, since you got here, helping teach you and, you know, kind of cheer you on?
You know, it's a brotherhood. You know, we're just a big family, the whole team. You know, it's no selfishness in the room. It's all love.
Is that what you expected, like, before you got here, or do you think it would be a little more cutthroat even?
Nah, that's what I expected. You know, I talked to them guys before I arrived here, here and there, you know, while I was in high school. So I kind of knew what was expected.
Awesome. Thanks, Gerard.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Jacobe Thomas. Go ahead, Jordan.
So, Jacobe, no hesitation on either of those returns this week, right?
No, none of that.
And just how did it feel to be able to, offense gets that first drive and you get the pick six to start setting the tone and start getting things going?
Yeah, we talk about playing complementary football all the time. So, you know, for me to be able to bust a play like that and get the offense rolling, or however they worked out for them, you know, it just feels good to make a play and, you know, be a good use of the team.
Jacobe, in other sports we talk about, like, a guy in basketball can get hot, a guy in hockey can get hot. Does the same sort of logic apply at your position? Sometimes if you're just doing things the right way, do you find that the ball just ends up finding you?
You just do your job. Coach Harris talks about that all the time. Just be in the place that you're supposed to be in, and the football guys will take care of the rest. And, you know, they took care of me tonight.
Yeah, you guys been without O.J. Frederick the last couple weeks. You're out without Keontae Scott, it looks like, for a while. Just how do you assess just how the DBs have stepped up with losing a couple pretty big guys in your room?
You know, they're out from playing with us on Saturday, but they're still in the meeting rooms with us every day, getting the next guy ready. It's always next man up mentality. So, you know, all those guys in that room from the bottom of the depth chart to the top of the depth chart are approaching it every way the same week. So, you know, guys are prepared for the opportunities, and when opportunities arise, you know, they make plays.
How important is that? I mean, Coach talked about C.J. Daniels, who's been basically like an assistant coach for the receivers, right? And he's been out. Keontae sounds like he's doing the same. Just the value and the importance of they're not playing, but they know they can still contribute.
Yeah, it's everything. You know, that's true teammate. You know, a guy that you can lean on and off the field. You know, Keontae is one of my best friends, and I say it every day. You know, he's probably the greatest teammate I've ever had in my life. He takes care of all those young guys. You know, Bryce having to step in at nickel this week, and Keontae made sure that he knew every call, helped him with everything. He was the most juiced on the sideline on every play. So, you know, he's a great guy. It's important.
Do 2 more.
First, just have you ever had 2 interceptions in a quarter before?
No.
No?
No.
How'd that feel?
It felt pretty good, you know. Just right play, right call, pressure by the D-line, allowed him to throw something that he probably shouldn't have thrown, and, you know, it just fell in my hands.
And then second, just in general, you guys really held NC State in check. Obviously, they didn't score until the last, 2 minutes of the game. What was working for you guys on that side of the ball?
Just doing our job, man. You know, like I said last week, you know, communication is key for this defense. And, you know, we play for each other. And, you know, high-level communication tonight allowed us to play, you know, fast, physical football. We just play our brand of football.
Just take us through the pick six, exactly what you saw, and was there any doubt you were going to get into the end zone?
I mean, I was just, you know, I was playing a third. I saw 3 verticals. You know, read his eyes. He broke on the sideline. And then when I caught it, I knew I was in stride. And, you know, I just didn't see anybody in front of me. I saw a wall of orange beside me, so I knew I was getting in there one way or another.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacobe.
Thank you guys so much. God bless.
You're telling the quarterback to come tackle you?
we have quarterback Carson Beck.
Carson, do you feel like today was probably the most complete game you guys have put together so far this season?
Yeah, I would say so. I think just collectively, offense, defense, special teams, all, phases of the game really played really well, honestly, and that's complimentary football. So, yeah, I would say that it's probably the most or the best complimentary game we've played.
Carson, just having worked with Malachi Tony for the better part of a year now, is there anything that he does that surprises you anymore?
No. There's nothing that's, really surprised me from day one. Shoot, even when I was, in a cast, not even playing, I'm out there, watching practice during spring ball, literally day one, and I was just like, oh my gosh! I'm glad that he's on our team. I can't wait to throw to this man, and honestly, just super proud of him and the way that he works and all the success that he's had this season is well worth it. He puts in the work and he deserves it.
Are you giving him quarterbacking tips? He's 1 for 2, which is 50% completion percentage.
Well, so I got a little story I'll tell. So I walk in on Sunday because, he threw the touchdown pass to me, and he's sitting back there smiling. So I walk in on Sunday after the game, whatever. We were super hype about it. I'm like, shoot, I want to get him another one. I want to get him another one. So obviously he can throw. If y'all haven't seen him go play quarterback in high school, I watched 15 of 15 in the state game. He's a dog. He can really throw it. So I draw up the play. I'm in motion, right? I wanted a motion. So I'm in motion, and it's like a counter pop pass to the running back. Running back's wide open, and I watch him throw it, and my hands are in the air. And it didn't work out. He missed. He missed. No, I'm playing with him because he's in here. But man, obviously, he's a really talented player. He can do it all. So any way we can try to get him the ball in his hands.
On the play that he made to Jojo Trader, you were coming around. Was that play to you, or was it to Trader, or did he make a decision there? Because I'm thinking last week you had a 15-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
you went for a 45-yard.
Yeah. So they had played cover 2, and kind of the deal is if it's man, there's nobody on me, right? There's nobody covering me. So. And it's something that me and Malachi had talked about throughout the week. And if you watch, you can see him as he's motioning. He's looking over to the left, and nobody followed him. So now he's going to read out the concept to the field, and I'm kind of just there to hold the backside. Whereas, if he would have ran with him at man, nobody would have had me to the back. So it's pretty cool play design, I think. We're getting creative.
We're going to start with Gary.
Carson, you seemed in a really good rhythm today. You were on the money with pretty much every pass and just seemed really comfortable. Was there anything behind that, the more wide open approach to offense? What do you think?
We ran the ball really well today, and that makes my job a lot easier. Obviously we got to go watch the film, but from what I was able to see just live during the game, our offensive line was getting after it. Running backs were hitting the holes and making explosive runs, explosive plays, and being able to keep us ahead of the chains, which, again, helps me a lot. And then their defense, they challenged us. They pressed us. They brought certain pressures, and almost every 50-50 ball went our way, besides maybe one. But again, our wide receivers were making plays, which allows me to, get in a rhythm and, I've the utmost trust in all of those guys. So just giving them chances and 50-50 opportunities, I feel like it's more 80-20, 70-30, somewhere in that range where if I put it up and it's one-on-one, they're going to go get it.
Despite the fact that CJ's out and Mark's out and guys are stepping up all over the place, where do you see this offense right now heading into the last 2 games?
We've been really good. We've been really good, and we've really kind of found our rhythm. Again, in the pass game, the run game, just playing complementary football on offense, which is so important, right? And then also just being able to find explosive plays. There's so many talented playmakers all over the field, from the wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, right? You see Elijah Lofton step up tonight, have a great play, great catch, which is awesome to see. But again, there's so many playmakers. You don't know who's gonna pop off and have a night. So again, just continue to roll and continue to get better and work. Don't get complacent and be happy with a really good game. But let's go try to have a better one next week.
Last one for Tim Reynolds.
Carson, this is probably because of the quarterback controvery, you and Malachi, of course, but you hit on your last 13 tonight, and you just look back to where you were. What was the confidence level like for you a couple weeks ago, and how much better are you feeling now?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, again, I've played a lot of football. I've played in a lot of games, and I mean, there is an expectation of the way that, you know, from me and from others of how I should perform and what I should do, right? And I'm my biggest critic, right? I always have been. But I mean, I didn't play football for 9 months and went through a whole like elbow reconstruction, right? And again, that not only is that a mental thing, but that's a physical thing. And to be able to do that, I didn't do spring. I really didn't do much in the summer either. I was very limited in what I could do. And really fall camp was the first. Even fall camp, I was limited, you know. So we knew that coming into this, it was going to be some type of work in progress. And I knew that mentally, right, because it's such a big mental hump. The last time that I went to go throw a football, I got hit in my elbow torso. Every time I throw the football, it's like that's what my mind is thinking about, right? So, again, not to kind of take the question a little longer than it needs to be, but I didn't play football forever, man. I had an elbow surgery, and it was going to take time to, you know, settle down and really find my way in this offense. And again, being able to have so many explosive playmakers around me really helped me early on. And really, I just feel like I've found a flow in it, and I really understand what Coach Dawson wants to do and what we can do as an offense and be super explosive. So
Knowing that a reconstruction it is never minor under any circumstances, obviously. Do you feel like you're as close as you can be then to 100% coming out of it, finally, now that you've had a few months of being able to play again?
Oh yeah, I feel 100%, man. And really, obviously we knew those first games. Like obviously, I'm good. I'm throwing. I can throw the ball where I want to. I can go. But like again, you got to get back in that rhythm of playing the game, playing football. There's guys trying to kill me, right? Like there's big D linemen trying to kill me, linebackers trying to kill me, right? Everybody wants my head. And again, so just go out there, you know, find the rhythm, settle down, and again, having all these guys around me really helps me and has helped me settle down. So just looking forward to these, you know, last 2 games and seeing what we're able to do. Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Keem Messidor. Or do you want to start us off?
So, Keem, feel like you say, just what was it about the defense tonight to be able to do what you did against an NC State team, explosive offense, holding to basically nothing until final minutes?
All 11 hats did their job. We were able to communicate well. We were dominant up front. We are dominant at the linebacker level. We held the leading rusher in the ACC to -2 yards. So,
Just the depth you guys have. Obviously, Mo and Blay have been out for either alternating between them being out. OJ's been out. Keontae out tonight. Just to see so many guys be able to step up and the level of production stay the same. Just what does that say about your guys' depth?
I think it says a lot, but I think it says a lot about our culture. You know, everybody is during practice. If you're not in, you're in the back enacting. You're looking at the person ahead of you, what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. You're making, even if you're not on the field, you're still making the same calls, the same checks. It's always the next man up mentality. So everybody has to be ready. So everybody takes the same amount of mental reps, maybe not physical, but you're gonna take a ton of mental reps so you're ready to step up whenever somebody goes down.
Scott.
Yeah. How you doing? Going into the game, obviously, NC State defeated a top 8 team in Georgia Tech. Did you expect this game to be a lot more competitive than it actually turned out to be? Because you guys dominated, and I know that you're hungry, obviously, to improve your standing in the college football playoffs. Because I tell you, the way you guys look today and the way they came off with 2 weeks to prepare for you speaks volumes.
We were expecting a very explosive offense. They have a really good offensive line group. CJ Bailey's doing great things. They have really good running backs, great receivers, they have a really good tight end. But we just came into the game to dominate, and we just played a lot more physical. We out-physicaled them. We made the right calls. We communicated. We just hustled to the ball, and that's what you get.
And I do have a follow-up. I just spoke to C.J. Bailey in the other room, and, you know, I know he had those 2 early interceptions. Did you figure out as time went on how to solve this quarterback to make his life miserable the rest of the day?
Really, all you have to do is disrupt the pocket, make him uncomfortable, and he'll make silly decisions.
Keem, just, you know, obviously big day for you. Had a good game. Carson Beck, big game. You know, a lot of seniors had a really good game on senior day. Just what do you think it means to that group, to you guys, to have a big performance? Had a big performance.
Well, it always feels great, you know, to dominate, especially at home. But for the seniors, you know, this is our last regular season game at the Hard Rock, so it means everything to us. And then I think it meant a lot to the young guys too, to send us off with a bang.
It came with Jacobe Thomas, 2 interceptions, one of them being a pick six, 4 turnovers total the last 2 weeks. Just what have you seen from him and him starting to have that ball hawk nature with him starting to come out these last couple of weeks?
Well, he's really had the ball hawk nature all season, but now we're finally seeing it. He does whatever you see him do on the field right here, he does it in practice. So everybody on the team knows what Jacobe's capable of. Now he just shows you guys.
Keem, if players got a chance to lobby the committee, what would you tell them about why Miami deserves to be in?
Why we deserve to be in? I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't really pay attention to it. Just turn on the tape and look at us when we play. And then that's the deciding factor. I don't know.
Great, thanks, Keem.
All right,
Thank you.
Quarterback, receiver, returner.
Jordan, you want to start us off?
Sure. Malachi just, again, doing a little bit of everything. Just how much you enjoy, obviously, been doing a lot of the receiving game, be able to pass the last couple games, get involved in the run game. Just to be able to touch the ball in so many different aspects, just how much fun is that?
I enjoy it a lot. I just enjoy just being out there with my brothers and being able to execute any play that's given to us, no matter what the defense is. So that's what I find fun. Like, we can impose our will on the team, the opposite team, no matter what play is called.
And then just the pass to JoJo, just to be able to show off your arm strength, just what was that like, and can you run us through the play from your perspective?
When they called the play, I was happy. So it was like a timeout break. So only thing I was thinking of, I knew I was going to complete the pass. I just was thinking about my Cam Ward celebration.
Sorry, that's just perhaps a little distracting. Maybe forget my question. But I guess you guys have on offense kind of started a little slow the last couple games. To come out, you guys, you get on the board on the first drive. By halftime, you guys are up 24-0. Just how important was it to start fast and kind of keep things rolling early?
That's very important. We can't be waiting no more. We just got to attack from here on out. No matter who we play or what the circumstances is, whether it's cold, hot, we just got to attack from here on out.
How long had you been waiting to break out that certain celebration?
Since I seen him do it the first time I was a recruit. I was doing it in high school when I had played quarterback for them 5 weeks. I was doing his celebration.
Yeah.
Do you wish you had the pass to Pringle back?
Oh, yeah. Yes. That was big time. We're going to get it back, though.
Good. Thanks, Mal. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you. Yeah. Nada.